Professor David Balding, the Professor of Statistical Genetics at Melbourne University, in something of an understatement said the pig analogy was, quote, incredibly unprofessional and pretty disgraceful, unquote. I'd be here all day documenting the scientific conclusions from world-renowned distinguished scientists, including some of the world's leading authorities on the genetic causes of unexpected death. Many concluded that a hitherto undiscovered inherited mutation known as CALM2G114R played a part in the deaths of Sarah and Laura. But when one of these distinguished cardiologists and world authorities, Professor Peter Schwartz, urged that the last inquiry, called in August 2018 by New South Wales Attorney General Mark Speakman into Kathleen Folbigg's convictions be reopened, the request to Speakman was refused. In 2021, what was described then as unique in the annals of Australian criminal history, a petition endorsed, as I said, by 90 world-acclaimed scientists called for the pardon and immediate release of Kathleen Folbigg. To Speakman's shame, he ignored the petition. How you compensate an innocent and grieving mother for being locked up for 20 years is beyond my comprehension. The reason I visited and wrote to Kathleen Folbigg was because I read the scientific material. The jury had another story pitched to them. But it revisits the long-acclaimed aphorism, doesn't it, that in a court of law, you'll always get decisions, you won't always get justice. Well, justice may be around the corner. As I said, another inquiry has resumed this week, more experts focusing on her diaries, which in the trial that convicted her was cited as damning evidence. The 2019 inquiry put emphasis on the diaries, but now experts such as paediatrician Joanna Garstang, whose research focuses on families dealing with SIDS, will reportedly tell the inquiry that Kathleen's diaries do not reflect an admission, but instead, quote, self-blame as part of a mother's journey, unquote. One of the people lining up to give evidence in support of Kathleen Folbigg will be the Teal Independent MP Monique Ryan, the lady who defeated Josh Frydenberg at the last election. She's a paediatric neurologist. She also gave evidence in the 2019 inquiry. She'll apparently give evidence again on February 21, according to the hearing schedule. Dr. Ryan wrote a report for the 2019 inquiry into the death of Patrick, one of Kathleen Folbigg's sons, who died at 8 months old. And Dr. Ryan gave evidence that a medical episode the infant suffered at 4 months may have been an undiagnosed epileptic episode that had an unknown genetic basis. Monique Ryan's report said that only next-generation DNA sequencing could uncover the, quote, possible genetic epileptic encephalopathy or cardiac genetic condition